beautiful, beloved, sacred ones. I'm Monica Bermudez, an intuitive quantum energy healer, coming on live in my Facebook group. Miss May also go on my YouTube channel as well. So just want to share this message of the mid-June, as we're ending actually June of 2022. It is June 17th right now, and we're still moving at a very quantum speed, and it feels like it just keeps increasing even more so. At least that's how it feels for me, and I would love to hear from all of you in the comment section as to how the energies have been feeling for you. But most of all, what I want to talk about is some of these planetary alignments that we are being showered and blessed with, because it's a rare astrological event. And I think the next one, it happens like every so often of many years. So based on what I was reading, though, there's 5 planetary planets that are going to go into alignment. The ones that I saw were Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. I want to talk about how all of this ties into our ascension and how it ties into our own alignment. So they're going to come in actual alignments, just how it sounds with the word. They're going to come in synchronized version in a row, and it's actually going to be visible with the naked eye. So mostly during the dawn time frame of your if you're able to go outside and take a look at the beautiful stars in the whole alignment, but most of all, receive some of these energies from these planets. So there is also this alignment going on within our own soul and heart that I'm feeling with these quantum new energies for this ascension. First of all, I want to clarify something. We already are ascended. A planet is already ascended. Okay, so it's not really a destination that we're going to get to this ascension. It's really just been a process. And the reason why it's a process, because there's a lot of stuff still that needs to be shifted or alchemized of these layers. And some of these could be like grief layers. Some of it could be shame. Some of it could be guilt. And I mean, it could be things that we thought we had worked on ourselves, for a long time. But just as, these quantum new energies that are coming in and activating us more so, it needs to remove any of these old layers of that may be related to fear-based, may be related to some trauma or pain that we may have experienced in this lifetime, but also experienced from the many human lifetimes that we've had in so many incarnated ways. And so that is really where we're all going. And believe me, I've been experiencing this myself. I've been feeling the waves of energy. There's times where I just feel super drained and I just want to curl up and just stay in bed. And there's times when I feel certain energies come up from the collective. So and the collective energies lately, I've been feeling a lot of this grief energy. And so, it's okay, first of all, if you're feeling any type of like shadow stuff come up, any layer related to this, just know that it's okay. It's part of the process. It's part of the alchemical experience that we're all going through on this journey, that we're learning from it. And the minute that we are able to become so aware and acknowledge that it's there, and just really be with it in the moment to whatever wants to come up. It could be frustration. It could be some form of crying. So if it all just comes up, just let it be. And just by allowing that and acknowledging that and just that awareness is already shifting in an alchemical quantum speed of energy, because everything that we're experiencing right now is at a very quantum energy. And so with these planets and astrological events happening, it's no coincidence that it's happening in the midst of the ascension upgrades that we're going through, because really that's what we're going through. We're being upgraded. You can think of our human body as being this beautiful machine that goes into this software program upgrades. And so that's really what we've been experiencing lately with all of this. And believe me, it can be overwhelming, painful, and very tough. But we have to do the best we can. And like the first week of June, and even like towards the end of May, I was feeling like there's this huge grunt of energy. I wasn't feeling as lively, as bubbly as I would normally feel like in most of my videos, but I didn't let that stop me from still being my bubbly and happy self, and still really doing the best during that time. To whatever I needed, I would honor that, time for myself and space. Um, Lately, what I've been feeling a lot of is the ancestral generational stuff that's been coming up from layers as well. Now, some of you may be feeling more of the karmic. So if that's the case, if you're feeling the karmic or ancestor, would love to hear your comments below what you feel is coming up more so for you. And I wanted to also invite you to the Love Light, Living the Spirit of Love, September 23rd, Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time, where Dr. Kundalini and I are going to have a beautiful conversation, very powerful conversation on the voices of the ancestrals. And it'll be a very uplifting message for humanity and kind of explore those areas, those patterns of ancestral. And I know that it's probably a long way from here, but believe me, it'll be here before we know it. And so, speaking of other shows, I'm also going to be on another show, and this one is coming up next week, and it's going to be on June 21st, which is the solstice energy. So, just want to make these quick announcements, and then I'm going to jump into these planets and how they align within us during this ascension energy. So, next week on June 21st, which is the day of the solstice, is very special. I am going to be on a show called Quantum Conversations. So please be on the lookout for these links. So you're able to find me and sign up. It's via the Zoom. So it's a free sign up. So you just have to go in there and sign up, and you'll get all the information by email and how to connect and so forth on the day of. And it's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Pacific Time. And we're going to talk about this quantum heart embodiment and to be more embodiment of our own heart. And this is really our time to really shine into this. It's very important for this energy work. And I emphasize a lot of the heart center, which is how, I want to jump into now the planetary alignment that we find ourselves in. There is the Jupiter and the Saturn that I talked about. And to me, when I think of these planets, I think of the crown and the third eye. So more in the head area of the psychic centers for that I feel are the connections for those chakra centers. And then when Mercury comes into alignment, to me, that is the communication planet, right? And so this feels more in alignment with the throat chakra. So speaking our divine truth, receiving the divine inspiration and the light through our crown chakra, tuning into our own higher self and speaking our own divine, unique truth out to the world. And then when Venus is also going to be the other planet of alignment, this planet to me is the heart center. And so it feels like we are more into our own heart center. So there's an alignment of the upper, but it's also the alignment with the ones below or the lower level of us, which we mustn't forget. Of course, we have the solar plexus sacral, but Mars energy to me can feel, actually, it could really feel into all of these, even though I feel that it's more the root chakra, but I feel that within that root chakra, I can take also the sacral and the solar plexus. They're pretty much close to each other anyway. And so I feel like with these 5 planetary alignments, there is also some inner work within ourselves that is an alignment within our own soul and our own heart, with these energies. So what I was feeling is that if you go outside, and I was receiving this download of information of this channeling, is that if you go outside and just really just be in the night sky, just viewing, some of these planetary alignments and tuning in, that you will also receive some of this quantum energy of these planetary in alignment coming together. And it will just realign you in that way also within your own body. And so I'm getting this image of like placing your bare feet on the ground if you're able, of course, and just realigning yourself with that. And so the other thing too that that is being shared. This is being shared in the moment of real time, right? Real time channeling is that if you're not able to go outside and really place your feet on the ground, then also you could just visualize and imagine this, that this is really happening for you, because it is happening for you, and there's a lot of power in that as well. So join me for these upcoming shows, and I hope that this information was useful to you. Feel free to share with others, and if you're watching it on YouTube, please click like, because it also helps, of course, if it resonates for you, but it does help the algorithm so that more people can get this message out there. But I am also looking forward to connecting with you in these upcoming shows that I'll be live on. So look forward to another Love Wisdom message another time. So bye for now, and much love.